Hello everybody, my name is Daniel, aka your reviewer for today's game, Hand of Fate. This is a game that came out a little while back there, and it is basically an indie title of sorts. It's sort of a combination of strategy and board game and card game. It's an interesting mix, and I actually like it quite a bit there. So, we're going to go ahead and play about a half an hour or so of this, and we'll see how we get off to there. So, let's go ahead and start.
Back so soon?
Hello.
I knew you would not falter.
Alright.
Into the depths we go, searching for the dead and dying.
Alright, so for story mode, I have played a little bit already. Let's see here.
Make your choices.
Is it possible to go through and reset this? Yes, we're going to reset the progress. So, I'm not too worried about that. So, we're going to start from the beginning. Here we go.
One more for the game. Come, sit.
Final journey.
You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back.
So the premise is, you have died, and here you are to play the game of fate versus death, to reclaim your life, I believe. So,
The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of.
so we've got a deck here. The Jack of Dust. The band
Here
leader.
is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
So the objective initially is to defeat the Jack of Dust. The bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered and become enraged, making powerful and blockable attacks. He can also inspire his followers to steal gold on each hit. In the ruins of an ancient temple among the eternally shifting sand dunes lives the mysterious leader of the desert bandits. Infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravans that dare take their chances traveling through his domain, he rules as a king over the barren lands. Give me one moment here. Woo. Sorry about that. So, he is the first of what is effectively 13 bosses, getting substantially harder each time until you finally deal with him. So,
Let the cards fall where they may.
so on the left
We
here,
begin.
we have 10 gold, 20 food, 100 health, and some cards
You
and
can always
inventory.
review your cards here.
So we got a rusty axe, and we have some light armor. And here's the adventure down here.
Here is all you have gained.
We can also get upgrades as we play through the game. There's no upgrades available at the moment because I restarted. And you've also got different slots, trinkets, gloves, artifacts, shields, helms, etc. So we have some cards over here, and he's got some cards over there, and there's a spider. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Alright. So we're gonna, this is the character. So we're gonna move to the right. Mr. Lionel.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception.
So, you'll see every time we move, our food goes down by 1. Once the food goes away, you start taking damage. So this is Mr. Lionel. While enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. His wooden face grins at you with hidden madness. My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I want, what I need, boy, I will conjure your heart's desire with this wizarding wand of my own creation. He cackles uncontrollably for a few moments, then sits painfully, or patiently, too, waiting for your answer. I'm gonna give him some bread. He considers the bread seriously before placing it carefully in his coat pocket, seeming satisfied. Mr. Lionel taps his staff on the ground as a shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin and reveals all his chipped and yellow teeth. Your face reminds me of my son. Haven't met you before, have I? So I drew a shield card. I got a shield! So shields provide passive damage mitigation, and you can press a button, Q in this case, when we actually go into first person or third person mode to block. Let's see here, we can also counter because we have the counter trait. So we can just hit Q to counter. So, continue.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
Alright. Next card. The Twisted Canyon.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
I think this is supposed to represent the adventure and how we got to this point. You see a weapon glittering in the sunlight, lying next to the skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, perfect for climbing. Yeah, I'll go down to retrieve it. So we have one chance at failure and 3 chances at success. So that's how you do that. That's how randomization works. There are some that are very difficult. So you make your way to the bottom of the canyon. You retrieve the weapon. Draw a weapon card. I got a sword. That is more damage than my axe. I will equip the sword.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
The Maiden. One day in a shabby forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Marith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? So I believe at this point you can either get food, gold, or health. I'll ask for gold. She seems surprised. It's not like an adventure to beg for coin, but very well, if that's your wish. I'll draw 3 gold cards. 20 gold.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
30 gold. And 15 gold. Hey, that was nice. Remember, mortal, that bold heroes make for great ballads, but survivors think twice before meddling in the affairs of gods and monsters. And then here's the stairs down.
Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
So you've discovered the exit of the area, so we're going to take the stairs down. Alright.
You're on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you.
So this is kind of like a roguelike.
If you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses.
Yeah.
Let us see what you're made of.
So this is kind of like a roguelike in that you, as you go through the different area, you've got a map that is effectively made of cards. Each one has some kind of encounter on it. A winding trail.
An ambush. Hardly fair, is it?
I get a monster card. It's probably going to be, I'm thinking, a bandit? Weapons bristle from the trees around you, the wielder's face obscured by the overgrowth. Give us all your gold or die! I'm going to attack the cowardly band for daring to threaten me. I shout a battle cry and raise on my weapon. Okay, now we go into third-person mode, which in my opinion doesn't look half bad. But there's me, and then there's the 2 bandits.
You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
So space to dodge, Q to counter, left to attack, right to stun, and move is WSAD. Pretty standard. the combat is kind of like the Batman games, the Arkham Knight and such. I gained 3 gain cards, loot for defeating the villains. And equipment? Which I got.
A classical approach to dealing with crowds.
Throwing knives. And those at the bottom are the number of uses that I have before the card is exhausted and gets discarded.
Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
At least that's what I think it was. 5 food. And 3 food. So let's go and look at the inventory. So over light armor sword. Yeah, during combat press 2 to throw knives in 8 cardinal directions. Yep, alright, back. Next card. A traveling mage. In a shabby grove off the beaten trail, you'll find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Mages sell only specific items they've discovered in faraway lands. The prices can be high, but they also pay well for anything that catches their interest. Let's approach the shop. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer.
Yep.
We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
So, we can buy food at places here, so $6 per food. We can sell stuff. We've got a sword, a shield, and Damocles, what we have equipped, basically. And then we can buy stuff. In this case, when I draw supplies, draw 2 and pick 1.
A wonderful creation, forged of alchemical processes, but given permanent shape. I know of nothing like it.
+2 attack faster with each successful strike, longer your combo. Heron's antlers, lizardmen take double damage.
Beware.
And the dragon ring. While equipped, all dragon
The key to
roll.
success is specialization. The more specific the intention, the more channeled the power, and the more dramatic is the result.
I think I'm going to buy the dragon ring.
Interesting choice. The power of a prophet. Choose your fate.
And then... Now, since we're starting this initially, I'll buy that.
Artifacts give you powerful abilities to use in combat.
Alright. We're going to leave the shop now. Alright, so that one's done. Now, you can always go back if you wish, but it does take more food, and you can get back to shops if you need to. It's an ambush!
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
A slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in danger. Draw a monster card. Ah, the 3 of dust. 3 bandits. You boys are in for a lick of trouble. Boom! So you can bounce back and forth pretty rapidly between the different enemies, and some of the environments get a lot more complicated as well. So you realize one of your opponents is only pretending to be dead. Sneak up and kill him. Success! I get 3 gain cards. I get equipment, which is a sword.
The most fundamental symbol of might for an age.
I don't need a sword.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
And then gold and food. Check. Alright, and then we should have the bandit leader. Yep.
You have reached my first champion. A good man driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal. This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Yep, so that is the token right here you'll see on the bandit card, and then we'll be able to get 3 specific extra cards. So we have Jack plus 4 other bandits. The Jack of Dust!
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counters.
Yep, I should have dodged that one because that was red. That was pretty easy. Hack, hack, hack.
Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul.
Yep.
One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
Yep. So I do believe that the intention is that every card in this game is meant to be things related to the life of the adventurer. So I get these new cards. The Dead King's Hall. The Local Peasant. The Devil's Choice. The River. Captain of the Guard. The Jack of Skulls. I get medium armor, Chain of Rage, Mercenary Contract, medium armor, Fortitude's Breath, and Desperate Measures. Now all of these cards you win are set. And then finally, new challenge, the Bandit Attack.
Shall we deal again?
Okay.
Ah, good. Now you understand the basics. We can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
So now we're going to examine this. So, the Jack of Skulls is the next opponent. So, and this is going to have 3 Two of Skulls and 3 supplies. So, skeletons.
Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls.
Deck builder. No, not yet. So in this case, we have to put in there 12 equipment cards and 9 encounters. So equipment cards. Now, until... There we go. Yep, so when you get new cards, you don't actually know what they are until after you use them. Healing Cap, Shield, Shield, Shield. We'll put another sword in instead of the axe. Another shield in. Actually, I'll take that back. This is Alright, so we're going to just pull everything out here. So this is what we have to play with. So, use the arrow keys to move. Desperate Measures is a pretty big hammer. And then a sword, and a sword. And then big shield, shield, shield. Armor, medium, medium. And then I'll do the mercenary contract for the artifacts. And I'll do that one and that one. Alright. The wildcard update for Hand of Fate. Now, I've not seen this personally myself. It adds different fates you can select in order to change the way the game plays. So we have default mode, warlord, soldiers training. So you can play the game in a lot of different ways. Apprentice, adventurer. Yeah. All right, now these with the lock.
Some cards are locked and cannot be removed from your deck.
Yeah, things you gain with the lock have to be encountered at some point. You have to defeat it. So we didn't defeat Mr. Lionel.
Locked cards cannot be removed until you have fulfilled their conditions.
Yeah. So to beat him, the choice of bread was wrong. You got as a shield, but it was not correct to defeat him. For the maiden, the choice for gold was wrong. The Twisted Canyon going down, I believe, was also wrong. So we need to put 3 more in. I'm going to put in the Dead King's Hall, the River, and the Devil's Choice. Like so. And then let's start the game, just play a little bit more of this here.
New content awaits you. It will be awarded when you complete your run. I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice.
Yeah. So his the encounter deck is basically the encounters I throw in plus the encounters he throws in. And then we have...
You play for life and death. Prepare yourself.
Twisted Canyon.
It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin. I have worked on these cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset.
Yeah. I'm going to try and go down again. Now, some of these, this should be the failure, I believe. Yeah. You can somewhat see the things that they shuffle, so it's not entirely random. I went to the bottom, I get a weapon card. A sword. Yay. Yes, I want the sword. We're going here. Captain of the Guards.
I always thought it was best to avoid the problems of others. I see you have no such concerns.
So anything with one of these symbols in the bottom, you have a card you can gain. You hear a shout from up ahead and the sounds of battle. Racing forward, you discover a warrior surrounded by undead. Broken bones litter the area around the man, but there are still more closing in on him, and he appears to be badly injured. Stranger, he calls out. Here, take my mace and put an end to these monstrosities. Hey, it's a mace.
It's a lump of iron on a stick. Not terribly subtle.
No, not really. But it's holy, so undead gets more damage. Time to beat some skeletons. And stun! I got hit! And he's dealt with. And we killed some skeletons. Not too difficult. Good work putting them to rest. Keep the mace. We have enough back at Kadire. He says, slowly standing. We've been hearing reports of vendetta in our kingdom recently, and I came to investigate. He stops to look around at the bone fragments. More of these here than I suspected. Some new horror must have decided to settle in these parts and brought its minions. I must head back to the capital and report this to the Duke. Watch your step, friend. There's something more powerful at work than just these skeletons. The card's token is now yours.
The token is yours. Well done.
So which I think we get to get that towards the end.
Head downwards, if you dare.
Okay, so if we go down, we don't get to explore this, but if I want to explore this, it's going to take 2 more food. I'm going to keep exploring here. It is the river.
Running water protects against many things in myth. Generally, though, it's just a pain to get past.
Yeah. Your path is blocked, water's clear but fast moving. I'm going to attempt to cross it. Huge success is what I'm looking for. I got it! Your light armor makes the crossing easy, and you just have to dive for some shiny stones on the riverbed that may fetch a few coins. I draw a gold card. 20 gold. I get a token. When the stone's in fact a ring, you put it away, have it cleaned. Alright, so that was worth it. Let's go down now.
Deeper towards our foe. Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did.
Mr. Lionel. Same thing as before, same thing. My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I'll conjure your heart's desire with the wizarding wand of my own creation. Apparently I've tried to make him Scottish. I'll give him 20 gold. Occasionally losing his place and moving different coins around randomly, he attempts to count the gold in front of him. This carries on for a while until he quite calmly and deliberately swallows each of the coins above 1. Now let's see what I have for you. He taps the staff on the ground and shield materializes. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin that reveals all his chipped teeth. I draw a shield card. Hey, fortitude's breath. Every third encounter does not consume food. He snatches a pickling off your plate and sprints out the tavern door. Okay, so that was also not what won the card, I do believe. We'll probably just have to ask him what he wants next. Traveling Tinker. In a shadowy grove off a beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade. I don't really have any money, so I'll pass. The Maiden.
Fair Merith. I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
What is she at? What do you ask her for? Ask her for some supplies this time. This bread will sustain you for many days. 3 food. 3 food. Hey, there we go. Many enchanted weapons have powerful abilities that can turn the tide of battle, but only if the water remembers to use them. Farewell, mortal. Now, it may be you have to choose each of the options. Devil's Choice.
I like this demon.
A cloaked devil appears in your path.
Often as he tells the truth.
I'm here to test your might, so-called hero. Choose your foe. You know what? Give me all 4 of them. You're no mighty hero. I'll let you live with your choice. I got a shield now. You all better watch out. Come on, bandits. Time for you all to be dealt with. Ah, combo is broken. Break him, hit him! Like that. Pretty straightforward. Excellent, the devil cries. You have passed my cunning test. Have some treasure. Perhaps next time Our path across, I will kill you myself. I get 3 gain cards and the token. 3 food. Equipment, which is a healing cap.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
Healing is doubled. And more food. And a token. And then let's finish up this before we end up ending the episode here.
Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another flaw awaits. Good.
Yeah.
Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress.
He's here. So, I'm going to finish this up with you. This shouldn't take too long. Bandit attack.
Our bandits are displeased with your challenges.
Look, 2 bandits. Dome. Dome. Skip it. Ouch! That looks like it hurt. Mace to the groin. Oh, into the giblets. I get a gain card. Yay! 10 health.
A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite.
It's a shop. I'm just going to pass it because I don't actually have anything. It's an ambush again.
The surprise attack.
Again!
Loyalty must wear thin on subsequent travels.
We got 2 skulls.
More skeletons for you to deal with.
I can deal with them. That was pretty easy. Just 2 skeletons. Let's see here. One of your opponents is pretending to be dead. Sneak up and kill him. So in this case, follow that if we can. So don't pick that one, because that one is a failure. Yep. 3 gain cards. Equipment.
An excellent way to turn an injury into an asset.
Yes, I'm gonna equip
Armor
that.
protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more.
Yep. A winding trail.
Well then, how will you deal with this?
Oh no! 2 bandits. Give us your gold or die. I'm gonna have to deal with you all. Ouch! And the giblies again! What is it with hitting the base into the giblies? Three gain cards. Draw 3. I think I'll keep desperate measures.
I'm impressed. Few select these sorts of weapons because nobody ever anticipates being in peril. Such misplaced confidence is usually their downfall. One of my cards. A small benefit.
And finally,
I will not be so graceful for long.
the Jack of Skulls.
Undead. Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous in the world, yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating.
This tenacious undead is unusually difficult to lay to rest. In addition to sheer strength, he has the power to revive recently beaten skeletons. So serving as captains to squads of lesser skeletons of these unholy abominations strike fear into the hearts of one-blooded folk.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
Yes! 2 tokens, actually. Let us go. The Jack of Skulls. Ha 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 ha!
Shots from rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough?
Ouch! Hit him! Hit him! Get him! Ouch! And like that.
Ah, well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it. Now our wager becomes more interesting.
Yeah.
Will the tools you've earned suffice to address the challenges I pose?
The murder at
That
sea.
is the question.
DLC has arrived. Visit the land-locked lubber to begin the quest. Hunt for the White Minotaur has begun. The Song of the White Minotaur. The White Council is expanding its influence. The White Council won. The Goblins King Hall's DLC is ready. So the Goblins King Hall's won. Excellent. The Underworld awaits your sacrifice. I get a mace and a mace. Going to the river, I get the Ring of Survival. Nice. Resolving the Devil's Choice, I get the Devil's Wager. For defeating the Skeleton Jack, I get the Crucible, the Queen of Dust, the Helpful Priest, and the Desert Storm. And finally, I also get a Helm of Reflection, Consuming Shame, the Angel's Wing, and the Frost Fang.
Shall we deal again?
So there we have it. As you progress through the game, you'll get more and more cards, more conflicts. You get to customize both decks, and it's a lot of fun. I'd say at this point, if it fits your budget, it is well worth the expenditure. Especially if you like roguelikes, card games, anything like this, it is an excellent game. And the music's also great. So, if you've enjoyed this video, go and hit that like button. If you think you might like the game, go ahead and purchase it. It's available on Steam, of course. And as always, my name is Daniel. Thanks for watching, and you all have a great day.